Okay, I don't know what I was waiting for then. Today it is Thursday, the sun is still shining, and whether we can kind of appreciate it or not, tomorrow is your bank holiday Friday, celebrating VE Day. So we're this morning doing a Mobilise, a Stabilise, good morning Susan, and a big stretch. Again, it's another technical video, the idea being that there's so many videos that I've done, 30 odd, where there's quite a dramatic dynamic movement quality involved, lots of strength and stability. This sequence, and it'll probably move into next week similarly or building on what we've done, is to try and get a little bit more technique into your bodies. So it'll be different again. Try and notice and ring the changes. So notice there aren't as many press-ups, good morning, and there aren't as many plank holds. There are fewer reps, but slower reps, and the breathing should all be there. Just to give you a heads up as well, while I wait for everyone to walk into the room, tomorrow there will be no live recording. We've decided to take it as a bank holiday, because otherwise it's a very, very long 10 weeks when you're working on your lonesome and ownsome. So tomorrow, I'll post it as well. There won't be any Facebook Live. I'm also not going to do the Zoom session. The truth is my body is desperate for an actual break, whether I like it or not. No amount of will get me through continuing to bash myself as I am. Hello Lindsay, good to see you. Hope you've recovered from last night. Last night we had our Zoom glute band at 6 p.m. and so that went really well for those that had glute bands. And Donna, good morning to you too. Donna, you're in this morning as well, aren't you? We have some very, very hungry exercise people. Some of you need to take over my job, because blatantly the amount of sessions I'm doing in a week isn't really for a middle-aged, decrepit woman, however strong she might feel she could be. But today it's bright and sunny. Tomorrow is one of my daughter's birthdays, so I will be hoping to celebrate in isolation. I've made her a cake this morning, which I'll photograph and I'll deliver to her doorstep. Emily, good morning to you too. So I'll explain again. Today it's going to be Mobilise, every part of you, Stabilise, every part of you, and stretch. It's more active than you could imagine, but it's definitely more about fewer reps, more technique, and making the breath, making the Pilates regime. It's the kind of workout you could do. So if you're desperate to hit your bodies hard, then you would simply, good morning Sarah, you would simply do a big workout, one of the HIIT workouts pre this. This workout I'm doing is true Pilates. Obviously, because I know who you all are, I can kind of pitch it to where you're all at. And I'm hoping that you're not just always wanting to hammer the global muscles, which a lot of the squats, the planks, and the big moves, the increase of reps is a lot of hammering. Not wrongly, because we need to build strength. So I'm not saying any of that's inappropriate. It's totally appropriate. But you can have a balance, and I'm trying to address the balance. Hello Chris, you've made it too. That's wonderful. So we have 10 people watching just now, getting ready to move. You will need not really any chairs or anything. You might want to block for under your head when you're lying on your back doing the 100 position. And good morning Carol, a happy morning to you too. So all your body with you, and squats are limited in this movement pattern and workout, but lots of stability, mobility and stretching is in there. And Baron is hearing me loud and clear. Yeah, can you hear me loud and clear? So make sure you can. And I remind everyone, tomorrow I'm going to treat it as a bank holiday. I wasn't sure if I was going to, but because of the way I feel, and no, I'm not ill with COVID, I've overdosed on exercise is the truth. And no amount of will in the world, and no amount of how health related this whole thing is. When you do too much of something, you do too much of something. I'm supposed to teach the glute band session to my Zoom group next. I'm not even daring to put the glute band on. By the end of the week, it's broken me. Just like the yellow band did. I'm broken, I'm wrecked, I'm very, very human. Sarah Round's back in the room, that's grand. So we have Sarah Harthill, Sarah Round. I hope this is working out for you, Sarah, and gets your back a little bit more mobile where it needs to be. Paying particular attention today on the upper thoracic area. I'm going to get going now. So Stretch, mobilise, stabilise. You get yourselves into position while I set up a second video. So the start position will be standing at the bottom end of your mat. I'm going to stand initially facing you, but you will end up gently using the length of your mat. I've deliberately changed the angle just to see if it gives you more of a 3D effect of me. First things first, start your breathing and get that strong sense of the body moving. You're going to pull your hands up, bent elbows, push them to the sky and send them down, okay? So you'll pull your arms up, reach them up and pull them back down. And again, inhaling up and breath out back down. As you keep this going, up you go and roll into your tiptoes and pulling back down as she realises she's out of the screen. Inhale, we go up. Exhale, strong armpits as though you're pulling weights down. Breathing in and out. It's like having a leisurely swim as you go up and down. Keep the breathing going. Inhaling and one more. So your arm movements move around the shoulder joint, and now we have a different type of swim. So I'm going to change your angles again. You stay where you are. You're going to swim your arms into your squat, then reach them back, and then pull back up to bent elbows. So swim, don't drop your chest too low, people. Reach your arms back, palms facing each other, and coming back up again. Inhale into your swim. Breath out to pull back with your own sense of resistance. And again, inhaling and two more. So your shoulder is mobilising whilst you gently wake up your hips, the flexors and the extensors. Last time. So down, swim your arms back and up. Now up into your tiptoes, reach your arms up, pull your arms down. You're ready for your swim. Into your squat, sit into your heels, shrink the tum in, don't drop the chin, and back up to stand. We go past our ears for tiptoes. Pull your arms down with strength. Find your seated squat position. Swim your arms back, palms facing each other. That's a bit of a chest stretch. And coming back up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale into the squat. Breath out, pull your arms, adding your own resistance. Imagine it's water, Susan, you'll get there really easy. Last time. Up to tiptoes, down with strong arms. Squat without tilting, tucking and rounding. Swim your arms, reach out wide. And this time we're going to stay down just here. Allow your arms to hang, breathe deeply in. Forwards rolling spine to roll down, so exhale, nod the chin and roll down through your trunk. Your head, breathe deeply in, let your head hang and gently stretch the legs on the breath out. So remember how we do this? We simply push the seat to the ceiling at the same time simultaneously pulling the knees into an open shape at the back without the bottom tucking under. You've just got two more, slight bend. Next time your legs bend, stay. Ready to tuck your bottom under and reverse the spine shape all the way back up. Okay, from that position there, find your squat. At this point, actually, you go to the bottom end of your mat if you're not there. So you're in your squat. Roll down gently. Again, the feeling of freeing up the spine. Pick up to tiptoes and walk yourself, first of all, into plank, just to energise the structure. So I said to myself today, in the early hours, I'm not doing any planks today. Anyway, here's plank, shoulder blades roll down the back, navel to the spine, tension through the back of the thighs, the hamstrings are pulling up to your sitting bones, hip bones are pulling in towards the navel, and then slowly bend the knees. Once your knees are on the ground, walk your hands back till you end up in hands and knees position. I'm going to here do a combination of knee hovers and tricep dip. So the toes stay tucked under the feet, you're in a box shape. Breath out to lift to hover, breath in to lower the knees down. Breath out to dip forwards and breath in to push back up. Exhaling, hover. Inhaling, slow motion low. Exhaling, dip. Inhale, push up. And breath out to hover. Inhale to lower. Breathe out to pull the shoulders forwards and elbows backwards. Forehead to the floor, and we repeat. You hover and you lower. You're making everything in the breath active through the trunk. You've just got one more. Exhaling, hover, belly button to spine. Inhaling, lower, navel stays to spine. Breathing out, elbows back to the hip bones, pushing back up. Okay, the next time you hover, take yourself to your pyramid. So breath out, up to pyramid, and because it's a short position pyramid, in other words, you're on all fours, press your heels down and get them as close to the floor as you can. You still want your sit bones to reach up in this position, shoulders away from the neck, navel to spine, and then slightly pedal from one heel to the other. You won't necessarily get your heels flat, especially if you're not tucking your bottom under. So you're easing simultaneously, keeping the seat reaching up as your heel goes down. Okay, two more. Inhaling, one more, and then keeping to tiptoes. Walk your hands back, plant your heels down, bend your legs, and tuck the bottom under, and return your spine back up. We're going to mobilise you sideways, so standing at this end of the mat, or one end. Do you remember how we did a step to the side and back together? You sit, bend, and stand together. It's a bit like the skater, so you could have your arms going across and back, and alternating arm leg. Remember, this is more of a squat shape. Both feet feel as though they're staying parallel, and we're mobilising side bottom area as you keep the breath going and get the shoulders involved. Compared with what we have been doing, this is flowing, it's fluid. There's no one part of you feeling as though it's being hammered. It should feel light. One of the benefits of using the glute band is when you end up doing things without it, you go, oh, this is easy. All right, people, the next time we go down, we'll stay. So stay here, and we're going to do a quick stretch. So just turn that foot like we do. So I've now got the traditional kind of straight leg is pointing forwards, as it were, in that direction, this leg pointing away. All you're going to do is create a stretch position here, so find the place where you get a pull through the inside of your thigh. Keep your ankle lifted, and now the upper body, hand on the thigh, reach your arm up, you've got your side spine bend. Exhale to bend over. Still imagine pushing the ground away. Now this upper arm's going to come down and onto the inside of the thigh, and keeping the rib cage rotated. Keep breathing here, people. Inhaling and exhaling, and then I'm going to nod the chin and bend the rib cage part of the spine down. One arm either side of the knee. If you want to add the knee bend, you can, but whichever way, make the breathing dominant, lengthened, and feel a stretch happening through the rib cage part of the spine, side spine, through the inner thigh, to come back then, put both hands on the knee, return the posture back up, turn your foot to face, so both feet are facing the same way, and bring yourself back to stand. You're now going to do the other side. If I'd walked my legs back the other way, but there you go, I didn't. So, you ready for your skater lunge? I call it a sit back, arm back, and. If you emphasise the arm coming across the body or tapping the knee while the other arm goes back, you create the counterbalancing or the contralateral connection. So you're inhaling and remember, neither ankle can roll. Both heels stay grounded. Plant your heel down. Two more. This time go down and stay. Remember the rules, you're in a squat shape, in other words you're hinged at the hip. Now turn this foot and keep your hip open. From there, make your body as kind of open as you can at the hip. Take your arm up in the air and you've got your side bend, navel to spine, so you bend the rib cage over the belly area, the abdomen, the ribs, the navel. Exhaling, turn. Keep the thigh pulling out of the leg that's bent. Breathe, and breathing out. Start that rolling down that leads you into more stretch. And if you need, you can push, pulling the knee forwards and then pushing the ground away, but keep your abdomen pulling away from your quad. So you're not suddenly having a hangout on your thigh. You're just mobilizing through the inner groin area of the hip and helping the spine in its rotation, stretch. Stabilise, one hand to the knee, keep the thigh pulling out. Return the posture back. And now you're into wide legs, so make both feet level. Feet are more or less 5'2", 5 past the hour, whatever, not massively turned out. If you feel you want a slightly narrow stance, go now. On this one, we've got the seated squat, opening the hip and coming all the way back up. So inhaling and exhale. Grow strong and reached through the upper body, through the front of the deltoid, as though you're pushing your arms out as the thighs pull out. Now next week, you will all be using handheld weights or water bottles. So if we can get the shoulder and trunk stability system behaving, then we know that we can create quite a different connection with the weight and the body. You're going to stay down this time. So staying down there, exhale to tuck your bottom under, shrink your tummy in. See if you can pick up one foot to tiptoes, keep the chest open and push it back down again. Exhaling, heel raise, inhaling and lower. Keep your chest open. Think of pulling up through the pelvic floor, through the hip bone area of internal obliques. Up we go and down we go. Once more each side. And now your final opener is here, where you deep, 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 and then push all the way up. You've got 3 more of these. You pull your knees as open as you can over the second toe, and you come back up, inhaling. Exhaling, wide, 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 wide. Equality through hip bones and seat bones and heels. And again, knees push outwards, and you come up again. Go down and stay. From that position there, put your hands across your chest, breathe in. Breathing out then, you'll nod your chin to your chest and you forwards pull your elbows to your hip bones, bending the upper thoracic area, and then reach for the floor and put both hands, one hand on the inside of one foot, the other on the inside of the other foot, and hang. Look backwards, stretch your legs out. Now place both hands on the floor in front of you and walk your feet in, medial, lateral, zigzagging as it were. Legs are together, bend the legs and use your rolling spine to bring yourself upright. Well done. Could have been worse, couldn't it? You're going to your hands and knees again now. So find yourself onto hands and knees. Some people call it 4-point kneeling, Superman, whatever, doesn't really matter. The right leg will go out and pinpoint the big toe. The left hand, palm facing in as it were, thumb to the ceiling, touches through the little finger, and then you return back, breath in. Other side. Exhaling, float. I'm not lifting these, it's as though I'm trying to draw a line across. So the line goes away and the line comes in. Exhaling. If you had a dusty floor, you'd just see a repeated straight line as you alternate from one side to the other in perfect alignment in terms of all fours positioning. And again. Next one we're going to stay. So now I've got my left hand forwards, my right leg out. Now flex the heel to the bottom and take your free arm out to the sideways and then pull it to salute as you lower that knee down and stretch out sideways as you go up. So I'm keeping the leg bent to keep the hamstring connect. No movement through the trunk area. Inhale to lower the knee, fracture down. Exhale to extend through your arm and connect more with your hamstring as the leg lifts, heel to the ceiling. Just one more. Giving you the chance to work with a Pilates efficiency. Other side then, pinpoint the left leg. Salute with the right arm. Take your heel to the ceiling on that left leg and you open your arm and lower, sorry, keep the leg up, it's a lowering down of the knee and the knee touches, maybe, and back. What you know you can't do is keep your shoulder moving up and down. It's your arm within your shoulder joint and it's your thigh within your hip joint. Rib cage, pelvic floor, navel to spine, and you should be getting hot just because it's hot. Let that go and bring both knees down. From that position there, you're going to take yourself into seated and sitting up tall, feet towards the bottom end of your mat. We're going to do what we call C-shaped spine as a wake up for the upper oblique area. So have your palms facing down, breathe in. Breathe out and bend, ribs over the navel. Big breath in and then roll out, breath, staying in C-shaped spine, pulling your abdomen with you, your ribs with you, breathe in, exhale and back up you go. Stay looking down between your legs. Breath out, C-shaped spine, obliques, rib cage, shoulders away from the neck and driving back up again. 3 more, breathe out, pelvic floor, navel to spine, roll off your sitting bones. Have a breath in, staring at your belly button, and breathe out, nose between thighs. Exhaling, and last time. Okay, sit up tall, breath out then, reach your arms up and take them down sideways. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, so you're sat in absolute upright neutral. Inhaling, and as we did this standing, it's a similar activation. You reach, as your rib cage constantly comes down with the breath out, it core connects you. As you press your feet into the floor, you'll feel your flexors. This is the last one. And from here, take your hair out of your eyes, you're going to come down onto your forearms. So keep your elbows under your shoulder, as it were. Don't round and sink. You're pushing the ground away fractionally, opening through the collarbones. We're going for your lower abs now. So breath out, pick up your leg to tabletop. Don't sink, pick up your second leg. Draw those thighs together. Now, knees are level. Breath out, lower the heels down, and inhale, float them up. Or inhale, lower down, and up. As your thighs go down, you should feel the pelvic floor and the obliques, lower abdominals working. If you simply sink into your shoulders, you won't get very far. Think of the bikini, particularly Ken and Tom and Chris. It's the bikini line from hip bone to hip bone, below the belly button. And if it's in your back too much, then you need to just simply go down to the floor, lying on your back, and do it with the single leg lower and lift. Okay, the next time your legs are up in the air, roll the whole spine down, and then roll onto your side. So we're going for your side lying position. Again, it's another exercise that I want to get more detail in, because it's a perfectly wonderful position to rehab so much and restore balance. You're looking down at your legs, make sure they're really level, shoulders are away from your neck, collarbones are wide open, and your arms reaching. The waist on the side you're lying has a gap, don't know if you can see it, baggy clothing, but there you go. Breath out, open the chest, let the legs lift, and lower back down. Exhaling, point to lift, flex, inhaling to lower. So this is a smooth articulation that doesn't disturb the trunk in terms of the movement is so subtle that the trunk's stabilising all the way through the breathing as you're lifting and lowering. You're keeping your chest, your shoulder alignment, and your head is down like I'm demonstrating, lining up the nose to the pubis. People, the next time we're going to lift up, and then up some more, and then you're going to reach up. Have a breath in, pull your inner thighs together, and you're going to go down again. Big breath in. Breathe out, lift. And as you lift some more, reach, breathe in, and lower back down. Big breath in. Pull your thighs tight together. We go 1, inhale, exhale, 2, shortening the waist, inhale, exhale, and down, down, down. So yes, my underneath elbow is assisting, but my shoulder isn't coming out of my shoulder joint. So I'm not lifting my shoulder up to my neck. I'm increasing the length here. My feet want to turn in because that tells you how medially rotated my femur is, my thigh bone. Just one more. Exhaling, underneath thigh. Exhaling, rib cage oblique. No rolling, twisting, and next breath out, lowering back down, and there you have it. That was pleasant, wasn't it? Go onto your back again. So once you're on your back, you're going for your 100 position. Make everything level. Never assume. Every change of position requires a kind of baseline checkup of symmetry, particularly when it's all about creating pelvic alignment and stability. So from here, feet are under knees and legs are relatively close together. You're going straight into your hip roll to bridge position, so big breath in, breathe out, imprint and float up. Keep the nose pointing in the direction across the ceiling, thighs are tight together, breathe in again, and breathing out, it's your rib cage, remember that you want to help move middle rib cage to lumbar area to take the load out of the back and to mobilise the right part of the spine. Off you go again with the breath out, pelvic floor, navel to spine, push into your heels, pull your inner thighs tight together, find your bikini line and stay. So just here then, stretch out the left leg so that my left leg, left thigh meet each other. I'm going to pull that to the ceiling and then exhale, draw it down without my hips dropping. Inhale, take it to the ceiling. Exhale, drive it down, pushing through my heel. Inhale to the ceiling again, pressing down through the heel of the other leg. Pull it down and return the leg to the floor. Breathe the breath to breathe the spine out and down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhaling, make sure both feet are level. Pelvic roll into hip lift. So you're keeping everything activated through the trunk. Press into the ground with your left foot, and then the right leg is reaching up. Flex at the ankle and drive your leg down without your hip bones losing their alignment. Inhale it up. Down it goes. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, reach thigh bone to thigh bone and slightly lower. Last time, up. Down it goes to then place both heels to the floor. Do a big breath and then breathe out. These ribs make that part of the spine articulate. From there, straight into your 100. So nod your chin in, breathe. Exhale, curl. As you see your knees, tilt your pelvis and make sure you're in imprint. Leg, tabletop, leg, tabletop. Glue the legs tight together, toes above the nose, no, above the knees, and start your 100. Now this goes to your neck. Simply keep one hand behind your head, pull your thighs together and breathe. What are we doing here? Keep breathing. You're looking for your abdominal wall to flatten. You're looking, 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 and only the breathing. Your arms are strong. You can't talk and do 100, you need to know. So I'm going to talk to you. You should be feeling the belly, watching the abdomen, flatten and pull into the middle to lower back. Your clothing goes flat. You can feel the power of the exhale drawing you down, down, down. The power of the inhale widening through your ribs. From that position there, roll down again. Place both hands behind your head and then stretch out one leg. We're going straight forward obliques. This time we're not going to try and pull to the knee. You're going to pull the armpit over to the bent leg and roll back down. Switch sides. Exhale as you roll. It's the elbow towards the knee, armpit, but you're not going to touch the knee because I'm not asking you, like I have been doing, to pull that knee right in. So it's nothing like the movements we've been doing. The breath out and back in. Think of your left armpit coming to your right thigh. Your other armpit reaches out, shoulders stay away from the neck. The leg that's reaching away can go as low as you can cope with. Inhaling and back. Exhale. Inhale, rolling back. If you're doing this accurately, you should start to feel the obliques, which is the rib cage end of the abdominal structure that only the breath can facilitate. Last time. And then pull your knees in and roll yourself up to seated. Spin yourself around to the other side of your side lying. Again, the whole emphasis is on lengthened levers, aligned spine, pelvic position, and head and neck in alignment for the spine. So if I look, I can see my toes forwards of my form, although if I had a bigger chest, I probably couldn't. But the sense of the legs not being backwards is what matters. The other thing is your shoulder has to be open. So however you can achieve that. So you breath out, lift, and then flex at the ankles and lower. Inhaling, exhale, lift is what I already meant, and inhale, lower, not that it really changes life. You point and you pull. So you point, reaching the legs away to remind the body to lengthen to get the lift, rather than to hoik up. So if you were to have a motion sensor on my hips, pelvic bone to pelvic bone these ways, you would see no shifting, twisting, or any articulation. Okay, so exhaling and inhale, lower, growing taller, length, pull, and lower. Now we add a reach of your arm. So reach your arm, exhale, lift, and lift. Inhale, lift, and lower. You can reach as you breathe out, up the arm goes, legs go. Exhale, second breath out, you reach higher. You'll be different one side to the other. I'm remarkably different, and all the more reason to do this. Breathe in. Exhale, lift, use your underneath leg, and then lift, breathe in, and then lowering down and down. Are you ready? And this reach here is the moment where you feel the obliques deep in the bone there. So breathe, inner thighs tight together, up and up. Breathe in and lowering down. Shall we do one more? They kind of get a little bit easier as you get the rhythm. So lift and lift. You're like a banana. Inhale and lowering back down. Well done. You're going to come onto your front. So lying flat, have your arms sideways. So my arms are sideways, and have your palms facing backwards like so. My legs are reaching, but they're also kind of as wide as the mat would be. My nose is hovering. Your first position, just hold your shape, inhaling and exhaling. Don't have your hands higher than the shoulder position. They can be high towards the ceiling. They can't be high here. They have to be more lined up with your shoulder blade. On the breath out, as you squeeze your arms in sideways, you'll extend and lengthen and tension the legs. Hold for breath in and then breathe out and you'll flow back again. Inhale for the hovering moment down. Exhale to tension and extend. Inhale to reach the shoulder blades away from the neck and the hands backwards. Breathe out to lower down. And breath out. Extend. Now see if you can let your legs reach and hover the ground without the knees bending. And then down you go again. Don't poke your chin forwards at all in this. Exhaling. Reach. You've got this slight bit of increased tension going on back of the thigh side bottom. And lower down and stay. Now put your hands by your shoulders but wider. That W position. And head the legs together. Pubic bone imprint. We've got our chest extend or thoracic extensor. On the next breath out, pubis to the floor, legs tight, bum cheeks together. And then press the floor away. Shoulders away from the neck. Bend your elbows so the forearms assist you going down. Breathe in. Exhaling. Nose forwards. Shoulders, collarbones, armpits, extension without lumbar spine being involved. Inhaling and pull your elbows down, forearms down to lay the trunk down. You've got one more. Inhale and up you go. Find that moment, sit into your armpits, crown of the head reaches up, but the glutes work as hard as anything to stop it going into your lumbar, and then you pull yourself down until you're forwards again to the floor. Okay, from that position there, pull yourself back so that you end up in a shell stretch. So in the shell stretch position, breathe deep in and out to get everything through the rib cage activated. So inhale and exhale. Two more. And then the next time, you're going to tuck your toes under your feet. Pull yourself so that you roll back to tiptoes, back to heels, and rolling up through your spine. You're going to finish off with squats and stretches again. So take your position so that your feet are parallel. Go back to seeing if you can go up easily to tiptoes and then come down more easily. So inhaling, grow tall and reach. Exhale, back down. It should suddenly feel far more stabilised because you're far more mobilised. She says as she falls out of that one. Okay, up and down. Now try the swim squat. So you squat, pull your arms back and stand up. Squat, reach your arms back and up. And swim back. I promised you immobilise and stabilise. And you should already feel there's a huge difference compared with what you did earlier. Now do your squat. Exhale to roll down. Your spine should be more mobile. Walk your hands across your mat. And your finishing moment is just to find the plank. Pull the heels up, pull the inner thighs in, crown of the head to the ceiling. You've got the whole day ahead of you. And as you breathe in and out, holding this shape, remember, you can do this tomorrow without me. You can do this over the weekend without me, or you're all allowed to have a little bit of a break. People, the next breath out, you go to your pyramid, and again, you're going to hold it. The feeling of pushing the ground away, keeping the chest open, pulling the shoulders away from the neck, keeping the heels high and shrinking the abdominal wall in is what it's all about. Go on, elevating your mind as though the sky pulls you upwards. On the next breath out, start to walk your hands backwards, backwards, backwards. Now take both hands around one ankle and pull your nose to that knee with the legs bent. Both hands to the other ankle, nose to knee, leg bent. Then hang like a rag doll, tuck your bottom under and return your spine to a standing position. Okay, that ends the workout for this session, and I need my glass if I'm going to see who is in the room, obviously. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you feel it's something that actually made sense and therefore gives you more choice about what you want to do with your lives. It's been a great time. I've enjoyed the workout actually. My glass is steaming up. That's how hot it is in here. So thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, everybody, and enjoy. And we'll see you again. Have a great bank holiday. There's no filming tomorrow.